In the first reading from Deuteronomy, it kind of repeats what we heard last Friday in Deuteronomy 6. This is Deuteronomy 10. It's a repeating of the Shema, which is the prayer that the Jewish people pray. It's, you will love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind, with all your soul. And this is repeated because this is at the end of the 40 years sojourning in the desert. And Moses is trying to remind the people that we have to give everything to the Lord. And then he uses quite drastic language when he says, circumcise your hearts and no longer be stiff-necked. Now, what does circumcision mean? Circumcision is an external sign of an internal act, kind of like it's kind of like sacraments as well. An external sign that shows an internal reality of when we receive the graces, especially like in confession and the Eucharist. External signs, because we need signs to see, but they actually have an internal reality to them. What Moses is saying is that we need to circumcise our hearts, which is to remove the things that are causing us to not listen to the Lord, to not grow in our friendship with him. And it's actually the circumcision of obedience and the joy that comes from when we surrender our hearts in obedience to what the Lord has given us through our church and through our faith. I can't think of a better example than the St. Clare, whose feast day we celebrate today. As a contemporary of St. Francis, she started the nun side of the Franciscans. And one of the things, she was from a noble family, but she surrendered everything out of joyful obedience to the Lord. And that's what we're called to each and every day, is to surrender ourselves to Jesus here at the Blessed Sacrament. Yes, we're not called to all completely give away all of our possessions, but we're called to give away the things that hold us back from growing closer to God and to our neighbor. And so as we continue forward in this liturgy today, let's ask the intercession of St. Clare so that we can circumcise our hearts and bring it before the Lord at this altar.